After 10 long years, Star Citizen single player is ready?
I'm gonna do Fortnite dances for 15 whole minutes.
And the 1080 Ti is dead. Rip, 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 rip. Let's get into the hot news, everybody. I'm your Brett host. We're gonna be going over the hottest tech news that I can find on the internet while you enjoy your breakfast this Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. Sad days.
Sad days.
Let's not talk about it because we have happy days now, not the show, but the fact that Star Citizen, which is a perpetual game that's in development, and despite the fact that they have been working on a single player version of their MMO called Squadron 42 for the last 11 years, it still hasn't come out. But now, according to the developers, it is feature complete, and now they are just moving on into the polishing phase in order to bring the unprecedented cinematic adventure.
It's still never coming out, is it?
I don't know, right? So like it has a whole bunch of stars in it, right? Mark Hamill, Gary Oldman, Gillian Anderson, Andy Serkis, they got a whole bunch of people to sign on to this game to do voice acting and performances for it. And so it seems like it's real. And that's also like one of the problems that I see, like people call Star Citizen a scam, but you can play it. It's not the game they promised, but at least there is something. Star Citizen is this weird amalgamation of both a black hole money pit while also still trying, right? Like they are still at least allegedly developing things all of the time. They just need more money to do it.
How much money have they raised so far?
I think it's like $700 million, something like that. I'm gonna Google it. Star Citizen money. 616 million from 4.8 million accounts.
That's wild.
But you could go play it. I could go buy ships and play it. And it's almost like they depend on whales and it's like a mobile game almost where it's like, it's not out of the kindness of people's hearts that they're buying a good game. They're just trapped in this ecosystem. And you can like go watch
some
streamers
cross fallacy,
play.
yeah.
I don't know. Well, we'll see if Squadron 42 ever comes out. But in case you wanted to upgrade your PC for Squadron 42 or finally get rid of that 1080 Ti, which you're not going to be able to use anymore, you should check out today's video sponsor, Jawa, because they are the marketplace for gamers by gamers, making it so that you can sell your PC parts, also buy PC parts or even full PCs from their website. Or in case you want to get rid of that graphics card that's a little long in the tooth, you can sell it to Jawa directly. You select what GPU you have, and then Jawa will give you an instant cash offer that you can then trade your GPU to them and use that cash for investing into Star Citizen.
Exactly.
You're not tied to just spending it on upgrading to another GPU. You can use that money however you want, like buying from one of their verified sellers, getting a full PC, or buying this used case fan right there. You can do that.
It's up to you.
And if you want to buy on Jawa, you can use our code UFD10 to save $10 on your first purchase on Jawa. That'll save you a little extra money on top of the fabulous deals you're getting because you're getting new to you parts, which is honestly my favorite way of doing it. The used market is alive and thriving here in the US thanks to Jawa. I'd like to see it. Check them out down below at the link in the video description. Big thanks to them for sponsoring today's video. Now let's talk about another GPU that's launching. I saw this in like 85 different places. I don't know why people are so excited about it. I get it's cool. I understand that, yes, like this is novel, but why so many publications talked about this? I'm gonna be another one. There's a single slot 4060 Ti. It's got a blower fan. Look at how thin that is.
That's actually kind of tiny.
It is.
It's kind of cool.
It's a nice looking GPU that can fit in a lot of different cases. I get it. It seemed like people are just very excited about this. And
I mean, it's neat, it's cool, but like...
the last time I remember this happening from a major company was Galax with the 1070 Katanas, and nobody bought them. They were such a infrequent purchase that they didn't make it again for the next generations. And one of the aspects of the 40 series is that they are power efficient, that you can start fitting them into a slimmer power profile like this, but...
You go into a blower fan again, you know, just trade-offs. Trade-offs?
We're not talking about no trade-offs. Especially if you're on TikTok, you no longer have to trade off the vertical format for short videos. Those days are over because TikTok is now announcing that they're moving from not just 10-minute videos that users can watch, but 15 minutes A whole quarter of an hour is how long a TikTok can now be.
Which is wild to think about.
Well, this is part of their strategy where they are trying to compete with the likes of YouTube and Google when it comes to both search and videos and making sure that they're the platform that everybody goes to. I don't see myself doing that. And also, it does appear like TikTok is trying to become more like YouTube, but YouTube is done trying to become like TikTok. They have the Shorts feed. But they're not going to be expanding the Shorts feed to be anything longer than 60 seconds. They've been very adamant about that if you want longer than 60-second videos, they have
normal
those.
Videos.
They're called normal videos. So if you want that, they're not really changing up their infrastructure for that, whereas TikTok seems to be overhauling everything, including horizontal 16:9 aspect ratio videos that you can get on TikTok. I think I know the answer because we are releasing this video on YouTube, but for those of you... All right, I know we're gonna get so many comments, people being like, I won't ever use TikTok. I'm not talking to you right now, so please don't say anything in the comments.
They're gonna say it.
For those of you who use both TikTok and YouTube, which one do you find yourself using more? Let me know down below in the comments. Grouchy people who don't want to talk about TikTok being a good thing, just save that out. Save this for another video when we can talk about the negative aspects of TikTok. Okay, speaking of negativity, you're gonna leave us.
I am.
Give me the deals.
I got you with some deals.
Whee!
Magic.
Look at him.
And look at these deals.
4 deals today.
4 deals today.
Oh, generous deal master.
We're starting off with the ASRock B550 Phantom Gaming 4, which is an AM4 motherboard that you can pick up for only $89.99, making it $25 off.
Wow.
And then next up we have my mouse of choice, my favorite, my little good guy,
I thought I was your little good guy.
He's my littler good guy.
I could be smaller. Drain me of blood. Make me a squidgy little compact
Just
cube.
dehydrate you.
Dehydrated Brett. Take me in your luggage.
Well, this you can fit in your luggage for only $109.99, making it $50 off for, once again, my favorite mouse to ever exist, and I love this thing, and I want more of it. I will own 7. But then next up we have one of my favorites, the Fractal Design Terra in Jade. This mini ITX small form factor case is going for only $159.99, making it $20 off.
It's worth every penny.
It's worth every
even at
single
full price.
cent.
Oh my goodness. You could have gotten one for free if you participated in the Cannonball. Somebody did win our Fractal Terra giveaway.
Yeah.
And Fractal also gave away a Terra as well. We did a build, they did a case. You could have got it for free.
I honestly, these are my favorite cases to come out in the last like 5 years. And then lastly today we have the Galaxy EX Gamer GeForce RTX 4070, which you can pick up for only $548.99, making it quite a significant amount under retail.
$50.
Yeah.
It should be $600. It actually should be $499, but you know, market forces and Nvidia and Reece leaving us.
But anytime I see a graphics card under MSRP, I'm a happy man.
You shouldn't be happy.
I'm
not today of all days.
No, I'm
be sad. Cry for me.
Little happy.
Tears.
I can't force them.
Oh, so you don't actually feel sad about leaving? Well, I've got a little anxiety about companies screwing up beloved IPs like Netflix did with The Witcher.
I want to talk about The Witcher.
Amazon did with The Wheel of Time, and now we know when we're going to see the reckoning for Fallout, because the live-action Fallout series has been announced to be coming out April 12th, 2024. In just about 6 months, you will get to enjoy the series, which will be serious and harsh and having ironic humor with B-movie nuclear fantasies. I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna lie, it does have the creator of Westworld involved.
Didn't Westworld like fall off the cliff? Like season 1 was good.
Yeah, we had a good first season. Look, if they come out with a banger first season and then just finish off the series, yay!
I don't know. Amazon has done a couple good things. It's hard to trust a whole lot of it.
Oh yeah,
especially with like IPs that people really like and love in terms of.
This almost feels like a lost hurrah for the IP because of the past couple of years of being something.
I was hoping you were going to say something profound.
No,
that's all you gave me. Sorry.
Fallout's in a bad space.
All right, well, it's also in a bad space is the RX 5000 series and GTX 10 series, because we talked about in yesterday's episode of Hot News that Alan Wake 2's system requirements came out, and it required very high-end specs in order to get 1080p 30, but there are a few things that weren't clear to me based on the spec sheet I was reading that actually got a little clarified by some of the game devs, including the fact that the 10 series and the 5000 series from AMD, they're not on this list, not because they don't say that, like, oh, you can use it, it's just not preferred. No, they're not supported.
Like, at all.
At all, because they don't support DX12 Ultimate's feature set of mesh shaders. So the RX 5000, even though the 5700 XT might be on parity with the 6600, which is the minimum GPU that you can use, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have the feature set anymore.
Good heavens, are they finally killing off the 10 series?
The 10 series is
our
now
beloved 10 series.
1080 Ti, not even going to be good enough, despite the fact that it should be stronger than a 2060. Can't even hit 1080p low, can't even run whatsoever. So this is coming out from one of the devs saying that it doesn't have mesh shader, so it's not officially supported. In theory, it could potentially run with a mod where you get some vertex shaders set up instead, but that's not going to be an easy way to go. And saying all of this because people might be thinking a 5700 XT might work, but it won't.
Yikes.
Which, this is one of the things where when we talk about like feature sets being involved in like CPUs or GPUs, you'll notice that NVIDIA's 10 series is not supported. AMD's RX 5000 series is supported. The 5000 series didn't exist with the 10 series, it existed with the 20 series. Yeah. So there's a newer generation of AMD GPUs being pulled off the shelf because AMD didn't implement the feature sets in their RDNA 1 architecture. It only happened in RDNA 2. So when AMD refuses to give feature sets, or Intel doesn't put feature sets in their GPUs, stuff like this tends to happen, where you bought a GPU well after somebody got a 1080 Ti, and sorry, bud, it's not gonna even run.
Both done for.
This is a brutal reality we're living in. Also, one of the things that somebody pointed out in comment response, which we'll get to in a second, but also I didn't realize, that 1080p 30 minimum with the 2060 and the 6600, that is with DLSS and FSR2 on. That is with upscaling on. So really, you're running at like 540p and getting 30 FPS?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
This is gonna be absolutely ridiculous.
This is a behemoth to run. Oh my goodness.
Now, if it wasn't Remedy who was doing this, because Control was an absolutely gorgeous showcase of a game that people loved the story for, they loved the gameplay, it actually delivered Alan Wake a very similar vibe. Control really showed what Remedy could do. I kind of have a little bit of trust that this is optimized. I hate to say that word, but it's hopefully the specs are like this, not because the devs didn't have enough time, but because really they are taking gaming to the next graphical level. That's what I would hope. It really sucks that we've already hit the point where the 1080 Ti is just moving on.
Yeah.
It's been 7 years. Nvidia allegedly would drop driver support soon. I think Nvidia is going to hold on to the 10 series on driver support
as much as they can.
A little bit longer, but we're going to start seeing more and more AAA games come out like this where they don't support that 1060 you've been holding on to, the most popular card that was around for ages.
Wow, that's a weird reality to think about.
That's what I'm thinking about when you leave.
A weird reality.
The 1080 Ti dying is like you leaving me.
It's the same
feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Centaur UK said in the top comment of yesterday's video saying you guys missed one key element about DLSS and FSR inclusion. Thank you for calling us out for that. I did miss that. Bringing it up today. Akeem saying 1080p 60 FPS is baseline. Nintendo, allow us to introduce ourselves. We were talking on PC.
I'll let this one slide.
I think most people expect that the 60 class cards will hit 1080p 60 on AAA games
just
at like medium to high settings.
That's my standard go-to is like, I'm trying to get that as a minimum.
And Nintendo doesn't need to introduce themselves to us because I know about them.
Mario Kart's 1080p 60. That's the only example I could think of.
Well, we already figured out that I am the best Mario Kart driver out of the office. When we went to Dave & Buster's, I had the best consistent record Octagonal Square saying, some executive. We need to convince people to donate blood. Crazy intern. How about we waste some blood by infusing it into a PC? How dare you say this is a waste? Executive, what the heck? That's stupid, so it must work.
That's the only way.
Well, I mean, they got us to talk about it.
Exactly.
It is just crazy enough that if they were just giving away a PC, I would never have brought it up on Hot.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. Diablo 4 is giving away a...
Throw some blood in there and we're
now it's a
actually
news.
Yeah,
news.
we're talking about it.
Yep.
Still gross.
Maddie Baby Girl saying, Brett's Don't Leave Me weirdness is very heartwarming. Yes, that's what it was. Weirdness. Vinny saying, Reece, glad that your brother is doing well and also glad that you get to stay around. Wishing you and sending your brother and all the UFD Tech family's positive vibes. I'm glad your brother's doing well. Abdul saying, had a Nokia Lumia 920 back in the day. Still think it's one of the best looking smartphones of all time and it was built like a tank.
I gotta Google that real quick.
I have a problem with what Abdul said here.
That is?
So this is like when people say that I look like my son.
Mm-hmm.
The Nokia can't be built like a tank. They designed tanks after the Nokia phones.
That was an okay looking phone.
No, the progenitor was the Nokia, and then came the tank. It was a bad joke, sorry. John Evans saying, I think Secret Lab and Corsair should send you their desks for review so you can compare them. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I would love that. That'd be amazing. Mr. Guillotine saying, that's a crappy way for all of this to happen. Glad your brother's okay, especially after seeing the damage to the vehicle.
Yeah,
that was brutal.
It was a scary one to look at.
And Dude E saying that this is like a monkey paw's wish. I'm glad your brother's doing well considering the magnitude of the accident. Well wishes to you all.
He's good. He's chilling. He's vibing.
Is he doing like whiplash and all of that? Like he's
I mean,
on
they
Panado and stuff.
Yeah, they checked him out. He's had a couple of a bit of medication to just for the pain.
Yeah.
But neck seems good. You know, gonna take it easy for a little bit. I'm sure.
Yeah. Rough.
It's rough. I'm gonna miss that car too. I love that little guy.
I miss you.